fam, Yuri La Más Bella here. Welcome back to my channel. Now in today's video I will be showing you guys my 25-minute makeup routine. Yeah, lately I've just been so on the go because I've been working on so many different projects, trying to like meet some deadlines, and I just can no longer sit for 2.5 hours to 3 hours and continue to be productive in a day and get everything done that I want to get done. So yeah, if you guys heard that, it takes me about 2.5 to 3 hours to do a full glam makeup look. So after that, I'm hungry, I'm tired, I'm sleepy, I'm hangry the house. So I just needed to be more productive in my day, and I've been able to master a 25-minute makeup look. If you're sitting there thinking like, wow, 25 minutes is still a long time, trust me, that's all that I can offer you guys. That's the fastest I can do my makeup. I've tried doing a 5-minute makeup look, a 10-minute makeup look, and a 15-minute makeup look, and none of them worked out to my favor. I would never ever do those things anyway, so I just didn't think it was really true to me. If I only have 10 to 15 minutes to get ready, the only thing that I will apply are probably my false lashes, as well as a lip color, put some big old sunglasses that probably cover up half of my face, and dip. Of course, for this video, it took me a little bit longer because I like explained everything and showed you guys the step-by-step process, but when I'm doing this makeup, I'm like, hurry up, spray this, primer, foundation, all of that. So, oh, before I get into any of that, I just want to say we are almost at 1,000 subscribers. Oh my god, I cannot believe it. I know that my channel has taken quite some time to get up there, but you know what? I love and appreciate each and every one of you because everything that I've done has been nothing but organic, genuine growth. So I'm just so glad that my audience that's here is true and it's authentic and it's genuine to me. So yeah, let's get it to that 1K mark. I'm so excited. So yeah, help me get there. If you like this video, make sure to comment, share, subscribe, all of that, and we're just gonna jump right in.
Hey baby girl, roll down your window. I love to see your hair flow when the wind blows. Even if the money been slow, hey, to you it don't matter, cause you still gon' ride with me. You still gon' ride with me. I say you still gon' ride with me.
Okay, perfect. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. As always, I have nothing on my face right now. I have clean skin starting off. So I did apply some salicylic acid, which is basically just kind of an astringent for the face. So my face could get really dry right now. So I'm gonna start off by moisturizing the skin. And for this step, I will be using the Lancome Hydra Zen Gel Boost. Awesome, so now I'm ready to prep the skin. For this step, I will be using the MAC Fix Plus Prep and Prime Spray. And then I'm gonna be going in with my handy portable fan, which is gonna help like dry all of this up. Great, so now I'm going to go in and prime my skin. For this step, I will be using the Benefit Porefessional Matte Rescue Primer. And I'm just going to be applying this all over my skin, starting with the center of the face and then just blending the product outwards. So I want to start off with my makeup pro tip number 1. When you're doing fast makeup, like you got to be out of the door right away, I would highly recommend to only use your go-to products. The last thing you want to do is try a product for the very first time and you have to be out the door in 25 minutes and you just completely butcher the product because you don't know how to work with it, you haven't experienced how it looks on your face. All of those things come into play. So I would highly recommend to just stick to your go-to products. We all have those products that we love and adore. We know how to work with the formula and how it looks on the face. So definitely stick to your go-to products when you're in a rush. Awesome, so now we're ready for our next step, which is color correcting. If you do not have a lot of discoloration on your skin, you can totally skip this step and move on to our next step. However, whenever I do this and I'm in a time crunch, I always do color corrector, only because I'm very insecure about my dark circles. So I just do this really quickly. For this step, I will be using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Warm Coral shade from that Cream and Contour palette, and I'm going to be using the Maybelline Master Camo applicator just for the applicator. Okay, so now we're ready to apply foundation. For this step, I will personally be using 2 different shades. You do not have to do this. Like I said, always choose your go-tos. It's going to be the best method for you if you're just trying to get quickly out the door. But I'm going to go ahead and go in with 2 because these shades no longer fit my skin color. I don't know what happened. One is too light and one is too dark. So I'm going to be doing a mixture of the two. So I will be going in with the NARS Luminous Weightless Foundation. This is in the shade Medium 4. And then with my Bare Minerals Fresh Face Liquid Foundation, I'm going to go in and just do one pump. Okay, so pro tip number 2. I know when we are all in a rush, we tend to forget some steps in our makeup routine, but this step is so important not to forget because you will look crazy and it is absolutely going to make it seem like you just ran out of the house. I'm doing this right now, but you always want to make sure that you're hitting the blend between your face and your neckline. And trust me, I've forgotten this step so many times when I'm like running late and I have to like rush, but it makes just a world of difference. Okay, so now that that's all nice and blended out, I'm going to go ahead and add some light to this face. I will be using my Tarte Medium Shape Tape Concealer. Now, when I'm in a huge rush, I just put a very, very little amount, and I'll tell you why in my next pro tip. So the reason why I only apply very, very little concealer is because this blending process does take a lot of time. So the more concealer you're applying on your skin to blend out, the longer it's going to take you to blend it out so it looks nice and seamless. I do a very, very little amount because I'm going to go in with my favorite step no matter what, and that's going to help with the lighting as well. Awesome, so now we're done with concealer. So now we're gonna go ahead and bake this face, which is my pro tip number 3. So the reason why I still incorporate baking the face is because baking the skin is going to help that concealer, no matter even if you used the slightest amount, it's gonna help bring out that concealer, right? Because this baking is like a banana powder, it's going to lighten up the skin. So no matter what, if you're in a rush, always take the time to bake. Also, when you're baking, take that little bit of extra time to be really precise with your corners here at the end. This is really going to help when it's time to clean up your eyeshadow. You don't have to go back in with a concealer or more product to just kind of clean it up here. Doing this step, like cutting the crease right here when you're baking, is going to help immensely. So it's going to help save time as well. Okay, so now we're going to move on to the makeup pro tip number 4, which is to hit these 2 specific places when you bake. That's going to be on the lids right here and down here around after your contour creases right under the cheekbones. And here's why. When you're in a rush, these 2 locations are going to help so much with saving time. So when you bake your lids and you take off the bake whenever it's sat for about maybe 2 to 5 minutes, you're leaving the lid with a nice soft smooth base, so you can go ahead and jump into your transition color. When you're in a rush, I probably will do maximum 2 different shades on my lids. I could do up to 5, I could do up to 6 different colors, but when I'm in a rush, you better believe I'm gonna do either 1 or 2 colors and I'm out the door. So when it comes to baking the lid, and during this step, I'm gonna bake my face anyway, so I might as well just hit those 2 marks right at the top and then you're good. Okay, so the second location that you wanna hit is under the cheekbones, and this is because when we go in and do the powder contour, this line is still gonna be nice and precise and it's still going to show up. So you might as well just hit it now instead of cleaning it later. It's going to do a self clean. I guarantee you when you're hitting that contour. I've done it so many times before, so this really helps when it comes to timing because I don't have time to go back and do that bake and clean it up. As you notice, like after the concealer and the foundation, I'm sticking to just powders, no more creams. And that's also my pro tip number 5, is to just stick to powders as much as possible. When it comes to creams, it's going to take you a lot longer to try and blend, especially when it comes to contour. So you definitely want to make sure you're hitting the powders and you'll save yourself so much time. Okay, you guys, so we're going to go ahead and start off by taking off this bake. Of course, we don't have much time. Like I said, people are waiting for us and we only have probably about 15 minutes at this point. I'm going to start off by doing my brows and then working my way down my face. So for my brows, going back to my makeup pro tip, I'm going to go ahead and use a go-to product of mine because I know how to use it and I know the formula and I know how to work it on my skin. I'm going to go ahead and fill in my brows. So when I have only 25 minutes to get ready, I do not shape my eyebrows. I do shape my eyebrows when I have 3 hours to get ready. But like I said in the beginning of this video, I've just been working on so many projects. It's time to just narrow down the time for doing my makeup. So we're gonna go ahead and just fill these in ever so lightly. When I do this, I just fill in the areas that I feel have less hair and less color. So I'm literally just filling it in. I don't really touch the front too much, only if I feel like I need to fill it in just a little bit more. Like I said, I gotta go. So now we're gonna move on and we're finally gonna do the lids. I'm gonna start off by taking off this bake. And like I said earlier, you guys, this step is really gonna help with the beginning of your shadows. It's gonna help you already have a base on the lid. You have a smooth, soft area to work with, and you're gonna be able to blend that transition color so nice and smoothly, and it's gonna save you so much time. Awesome, so now we're gonna go ahead and jump into these shadows. Like I said, when I only have 25 minutes, I definitely only use at most 2 shades, and that's like a nice brown shade. I stick to my neutrals, I stick to what I know and the products that I know. I never touch a brand new palette when I gotta go. I go to some loyal confidants when I'm doing my makeup and I gotta get the out of there. So I'm gonna do my shadows with the Prag eyeshadow palette from Focular. They were really nice and generous to send this over to me. I love this shade called Clementinum, and I'm gonna go ahead and apply that all over the lid. So if you did bake and you did take the time to be really, really precise on the outer edge and just clean up that creased line, all of the eyeshadow is going to fall on top of the bake, so you're not going to have to do too much cleanup towards the end. Oh my god, I live for the way this blended out. It's so beautiful. Okay, so I'm finished with that shade. Now I'm going to move on to my next shade. This is going to be my last shade for my lid. I cannot add any more because I don't have the time. So I'm going to be going in with the shade Pilsner from that same eyeshadow palette. This shade is beautiful, and it applies probably the best with, you know, warming it up with your finger. Trust me, I hate doing this step, but when I don't have the time, you have to choose what you know is gonna work. So I'm gonna start off with Pilsner with my finger, you know, try to get that blend in, and then I'm gonna go in with a small brush just to shape it out a little bit more. Okay, and we're done. That was super easy, super fast, and efficient. So now we're ready to move on. I'm ready to take off this bottom bake so I can do my lower lash line with some eyeshadow color and really just make my eyes pop. So as you can see, when I take off that bottom bake, do you see that crease right here, that line that now I no longer have to clean up because I took the time when I was already baking or setting the bake to really shape that part out. Okay, perfect. So now I'm ready to do my lower lash line. For this step, I will be going back in with that Focular eyeshadow palette. I will be using a blend of 2 different shades called Gothic Tower and Campa Island. Now, the way that I like to do this is I typically like to grab a small precision brush and just go all around the lash line, the lower lash line, and then grab a buffing brush and then buff it down. But right now I don't have time to be going in with 2 different brushes for one step, so I'm going to be dipping in to Gothic Tower and Campa Island together with an already fluff brush. So I'm already going to dip into that second brush and blend it out. So now I'm going to go ahead and take off the bake from my nose, and I'm going to contour my nose because no matter what I do, whether I have 25 minutes to get ready or 2.5 hours to get ready, I need to contour my nose because I have a big ass nose and there's no way I'm walking out of my house without contouring it. So diving into my lash pro tip number 5, which I mentioned earlier, is just to stick to powders. When I have 2.5 hours to get ready, I will do a cream contour right before I bake, but I don't have time for that. So I'm just gonna go ahead and go to my most loyal confidant powder contour palette, which is the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette. I'm dipping into the middle color here. As you can see, I've hit the pan because I just absolutely love it. And I'm using a small angled brush and just contouring this nose out. Awesome, so now I'm ready to contour this face and add some color and dimension to it. So like I said on my lash pro tip, I'm just sticking to powders, and I'm going to use my most loyal confidant, which is the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette. I'm going to start off by contouring my forehead. For this step, I will be using the darkest shade in the palette. That's this one right here. So just starting off with the forehead, I'm going in with a thick angled brush. Awesome, so now that we hit that, we're ready to hit the cheekbones, but before we do, we can go ahead and take off this bake right here. Going back to my pro tip when it comes to baking, if you see my face head on, I have not contoured, but because I added a light shade, which is that baking powder, right under the cheekbones, it's already shaped out. I have, like I said, I have not added any contour, and you can already see the contour kind of forming, like my cheekbones being chiseled out just a little bit, and I have not added anything. That's why it's so important to bake even though you only have 25 minutes, because this is really going to help you save time. So now I'm going to go ahead and finish off my contour with that same Shade and Light palette. I'm going to be using a mixture of the middle and the lightest contour shades, that is Sombre and Shadow Play. Okay, so my contour is nice and blended through. The next thing I'm going to do is go ahead and hit my highlighting. So for highlight today, I am going in with a Foccular Glow highlighter. I absolutely love this highlighter, and like I said in my pro tips, you have to go to your go-tos. If not, you're going to mess it all up, and we do not have time for that because I picture like people waiting for me downstairs, so I'm like, okay, I gotta hurry up. So with a small fluff brush, I'm just going to hit my cheekbones up here, my nose. Awesome. So I purposely waited until I had my highlighter out to do this next step and finish out the eyes. So I am going to hit my brow bone ever so lightly. You know, this step takes 2 seconds when you already have your highlighter out and you're not like out here looking for it, and then you got to pull it out a second time. So like I said, it's really just about finding ways to really minimize the amount of efforts you're taking to go ahead and apply what you need to apply. The second to last step is my lips. So for this step, I am using the Kylie Cosmetics lip kit. This is in the shade Dolce. All right, awesome. So finally, my last step is to do my eyes and my lashes. So I do kind of like hurry up every other step so I can spend just a little bit more time with my lashes. My lashes are what puts my entire look together. So like I said, I do like to curl my lashes, and what I do is I just grab the lash curler, put it up against my natural lash for about 15 to 20 seconds, and after that I go in with mascara. So for mascara today, I will be using the Laura Mercier Caviar Volume Mascara. If you guys seen any of my other videos, you know that I only like to dip into this product one time. And there we go. So all I have left to do is apply some lashes. So for lashes today, I am going to be wearing a pair of my Bella G lashes. This is in the style Girls Night. These are the most dramatic lashes of the collection and will probably remain that because I am a person that loves a natural lash, but sometimes you need that dramatic moment and, you know, your dramatic lashes to go with your dramatic moment. Okay, so lashes are on and poppin'. I love these. They look so cute. They're like so dramatic, and I'm just not a dramatic kind of person when it comes to my makeup, because I am pretty dramatic in real life. But other than that, I'm not really dramatic with my makeup, but these are just giving me so much life. Like, I really love them so much. So you guys, that's pretty much it. That is my routine. The last thing that I do want to do is just set this face really quick, and we're done, you guys. You can go ahead and hit your portable fan. Use it so you can dry a lot faster because they're downstairs waiting for you. Okay, you guys, I went ahead and put on some hoop earrings and, you know, got dressed because I mean business. So, yeah, this is my 25-minute makeup look. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Now, I know we touched on a lot of different subjects, so feel free to sound off in the comment section below if you have any questions. But as always, I will try to be as informative as I can be down in the description. Last but certainly not least, if you just love and adore the lashes that I'm wearing in today's look. These are the Style Girls Night that are part of my Bella G Lash collection. Feel free to visit bellaglashes.com. Also, feel free to follow Bella G Lashes on all our social media platforms. I'll be sure to leave all of that information down in the description. And also follow me, Yuri La Mas Bella, on all my social media platforms. Otherwise, yeah, that's all I have for you guys in today's video. Now, if you're new to my channel, hello and welcome. I'm Yuri La Mas Bella, and I'm so thankful that you've come across my channel. I really hope you'll stick around and subscribe. Okay, I've said all that I could have said. I will leave you guys with that, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.